here I am. I always have to wait. The little wheel turns and says, okay, you're live. So, hey, happy Monday. Happy Monday. I actually really like Mondays. Am I the oddball that really likes Mondays? I don't know. There's just something about a Monday. It's that fresh start to a new week. And Mondays are probably the only day that is like my routine is really set. And maybe that's why I like it too. I mean, I have a lot of work to do on Mondays, but I know exactly what I have to do. My kids aren't here. And so, I've got my little animal routine in the morning, and then I get ready to do this. And then after this, I will do my shipping, and it just all kind of works. And then in the evening, I get to watch whatever I want on the TV without my daughter going, let's watch something together. Like, my daughter's 13, and we used to watch Project Runway, and we got all the way through all the seasons of that together. And then we started watching Ugly Betty. And it's kind of been our routine to watch Ugly Betty like every single night that she's here. And then the last one we watched, we're like, oh no, is this the last one? Is this the last season? And it was, they had just wrapped up all the little, storylines way too neat. And yeah, sure enough, it was the last one. So now we're looking for something else to watch. And we've only watched one episode, but it was recommended that we try Gilmore Girls. So we're trying that because it's a mother, teenage daughter kind of thing. So that one could be fun. But if anybody has any recommendations for me of another, age appropriate, that's not going to be boring for me and not going to be too full of smut for her. Anything with animals is always good too. I tried to get her to watch Downton Abbey with me, and she wasn't having it. It was not her thing. So, good morning, all of you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good afternoon. It's good afternoon. I guess it's good morning, depending where you are. Okay, you love Gilmore Girls. Good, good. So maybe we picked a good one. Yeah. Parenthood. Okay, I'll look into that one. I will look into that one. Yay. Right on. So how's your Monday going? You guys got some shipping going out today? Things have slowed down a bit from what they were. And I will just say that is very understandable. We've had a really strange 2020. And I'm not just talking about all the world stuff and cousins and all that. I'm talking just from an e-commerce perspective. I mean, it's related to that. But sales, wonky. Sorry. I feel a sneeze coming on. Okay. It'll pass. Stop it. Don't you hate? Ah! Okay. I think it's good now. It's like the more I talk, the more it tickles. I think I'm good. So anyway, we've had an unusually good summer. I mean, summer in e-commerce is generally a slowdown. Like, soon as kids are out of school and everybody's doing vacations and all that, we go through a major lull. This year, not so much. And I will say, if you are listing, you should be selling. I mean, that's the key. I went about 2 weeks without listing anything new, and I saw a decline because of that. But as soon as I started listing again, the sales started ramping up again. So don't let it stop you from listing, because, literally, tomorrow is September. Tomorrow is September. We are a month away from fourth quarter. A month away from fourth quarter. Like, that's even mind-boggling to think about. But yeah, so we have to think about that. So list. Now I'm just going off things that I have seen in my Facebook group. And if you're not in the Facebook group, that is the Niche to Profit group over on Facebook. The link is down in the description. But over there, we talk about problem solving, identifying things, lots of basic eBay information, lots of very, very helpful people over there, seasoned sellers, new sellers. We have quite a mix. The only thing that I ask over in that group is that we keep it positive and solutions-based. You can disagree, you can have healthy debates, but we have to be striving for solutions. Yeah. So yeah, now I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is what happens. I look over at the chat and I'm like trying to read a little bit and then I lose where my thought was. But we are going to have a killer fourth quarter is my way of thinking because, well, first, let me back up 1 second. So the slowdown that we're seeing is a couple reasons. One, kids are going back to school. And even though a lot of kids aren't physically going back to school, parents still had to invest in webcams and microphones, sometimes whole computers and all of that. And they still had to make sure their kids had, clothes to wear and things were worked out. So that's been on their mind and how they're going to set up their space and all of that. So it's still been a back to school kind of season thinking. The other thing that's been happening is hurricanes. We've had hurricanes and there's a lot of places that are, if not wiped out, like in Lake Charles, Louisiana. I have a friend there. I mentioned that because I have a friend and I'm getting kind of a firsthand report of the damage there. But then those storms kept going and there was, big storms and power outages and all kinds of things. And then over here on the West Coast in Northern California, we have had like the worst fires ever and people have been evacuated. So there's a lot going on. There's just a lot going on. Plus that extra $600 a week that people were getting from unemployment, that's gone bye-bye now. And I don't know if anybody's actually getting the new extra $400 or not. I haven't heard anybody who's gotten it. So it's a very tumultuous season that we're in. And, we can get through this. Like, yeah, crazy wildfires. You're right. As online sellers, I know that it's like a roller coaster. We don't have that steady paycheck. But I think as many people found out, that steady paycheck is not a sure thing. So I think that's why I love being self-employed so much, is because if I get unemployed, it's under my control. Like I might have to hustle harder at doing what I'm doing or do something else, but it gives me that freedom of control to figure out what I need to do to keep the money flowing in. And sometimes I admit, sometimes it gets scary. It gets super scary, when Ozzy got sick and, the vet's telling me what the bill's going to be. And I'm going, well, yeah, go ahead, treat him. And it was like, okay, I have no idea how I'm going to pay for this. But, I those who know me know I have a lot of faith and I believe that I will be taken care of and things will be okay. And they were, and they are. So I just want to kind of pour out a little of that hope and positivity to you, that if you're in a space of worrying about your future, I'm going to encourage you not to let worrying about tomorrow rob you of what you can do today. Because we got today. We're right here. Let's do it. And hey, I know it's easier said than done. Believe me, I'm not saying that from a place of, I've got this all together and I've got it all figured out, because honest to gosh, I don't. I have my crumble down days. And then I have to go to people who can remind me, hey, this is temporary. Let's pull the big girl panties up and let's go. Yes. Yes, faith definitely helps a lot. A lot. And, I think too, getting to this age now and being able to look back on my life and all the things that I've gotten through, I'm like, okay, he's never failed me yet. He's never failed me yet. And everything that I went through has led me to a new purpose and a new way of taking that and doing something with it that benefits not just me, but others. I mean, I have a place of being able to relate to other people that may get in that position. It's why I formed the Niche Foundation to, help women who are coming out of really bad relationship circumstances and don't have a college degree and the ability to go out and get a new career, without a lot of schooling and training, and they don't have time. They need to do something now. And so that is why I formed the Niche Foundation, to help those women, because I'm doing eBay for 22 years. I think it's been 22 years this year. I'm coming up on my anniversary. This might actually be 23 years. Gosh, 98. No, it'll be 22. Okay. Math. But 22 years of this has taught me that, number one, eBay is not going away. eBay is getting better. I mean, it's getting better in areas, and, they're doing some things that are not so great. But overall, I think the reputation of eBay is doing much better than it was, say, 10 years. Okay, who remembers the time when everybody thought that eBay was done? It was about 10 years ago. Like, everybody was just predicting that eBay was over because they were making some really bad mistakes. I can't remember what exactly the thing was that they were doing. It was a major, major change. I don't remember what it was. See, that's my point. At least I don't even remember what it was. But I remember the atmosphere was one of super negativity about eBay. Nobody wants to shop on eBay. It's where all the scammers are, blah, 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 blah. Well, eBay's doing better than ever. So, yeah. And you can make a full-time living on eBay by yourself. You can do it by yourself. And that's one of the beautiful things about eBay is, there's a lot of businesses you can build, but a lot of them require, at some point you hire help, you do all this. And I'm not saying you can't hire help in this business. I've hired help, but I'm saying you can do it by yourself. I have done it by myself and made enough money. I mean, I didn't get rich, but I made enough money to pay my bills and get my kids what they needed. How many items can you list per day on eBay as a new seller? Well, so I think you're talking about restrictions. So they are going to limit you. I believe in the very beginning, you get 10 listings. So they want to see you get some sales under your belt. And so my advice to brand new sellers is find quick sellers. Find something you can flip really, really fast and get those first 10 sales under your belt. Even if you take a little bit of a loss sometimes, or you just break even, remember those first 10 items, your goal is to show eBay that you can do this. You are a good seller. You need your limits raised. So that's my advice, is find something to flip quickly. And then you have to request that your limits be increased on a regular basis. At least I haven't seen anything to the contrary for that, but it used to be, at least, that you had to request it. Now I think they're more automated with it. I would hope they would be. But yeah, just think about, and if they tell you, well, we need to see more of a track record, whatever, just use that beginning time listing and selling things that you can show a track record and show that you're legit. You're not a drop shipper. You're not all those things that eBay doesn't want on the site. Yep. And that's how you get going. That's how you get rocking and rolling. Yep. All right. Okay. So I've got a little assortment. Oh, Yvonne, I think you're going to love these shoes that I picked up. Wait till you see these. So I have a little mix behind me today. I have stuff that I got at the Goodwill Boutique, and I have stuff that I got at the auction, some purses, because I'm not a purse person. So I'm going to show you how I look up something that I know absolutely nothing about. And I've got some stuff that a friend brought me from a house clean out. So we got a little mixture. And then, I'm not going to announce it yet. I'm going to wait until we get some more people on here because I have a big announcement. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to tease you with that. So first, I might have told you that I picked up a pair of Converse for myself. Now, I knew they were a size smaller than I wear, but they looked, when I held it up to my feet, they kind of looked like, they would fit. So, and they're like the coolest color. And I actually could have worn them, with my outfit today had they fit, but they're too small. But look at these things. They are like brand spanking new. Now, the bad thing is I paid $20. So my goal is to get my money out of them and make just a little bit of money because that's what I'm in this business for. So let's go take a peek because I have a good lesson to share with you about how to look up something like a pair of shoes. So let me come over here. So I've already pulled up a Converse search. And what you can see, if you just put in Converse, you're going to get a lot of results. So what I learned, especially when I was working for the thrift store, because we got a lot of clothing in, one of the ways that you can search shoes, and I'm going to pop back on here for a second. All right. Shoes like Converse, Nike, Adidas, like a lot of the top level shoemakers, they have little clues on the inside tag here. So in this case, let's see if I can show you. They have some numbers. Can you see that? Oh, focus. Okay, good. So see all it looks like little code numbers, all that stuff. Well, if you go, focus, there we go. If you go do a Google search, and in this case, I already kind of plugged it in ahead. So I took that 4DDGDW, I got to show you. 4DDGDWP. If you do a Google search for, use your brand name. So in this case, it's Converse. And then I put in that number and then I did. And look at, this comes from the Converse site. It's going to tell me exactly what those shoes are. Now, I noticed it doesn't have the color that I got. Not the color. But this tells me everything I need to sell these shoes. So these are, and I will just do a copy paste. Chuck Taylor All-Star Seasonal Color Low Top. I'm going to use that much. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come over to eBay. I'm going to paste that. Now I get 53 results. That's much more manageable. I am going to sort by highest first. And you can see, oh, look at, that's my shoes right there. All right, but let's see what they're going for. So it's giving me another way to put it just changed low top. We're going to stick with what we got because we've got more results. So look, these actually sell for some pretty good money. What I need to do is fine tune it down to, it looks like these are all new. So there's no used ones, which is interesting. Was there any used ones in actives? Let's see. No, there's no used ones. Isn't that interesting? So, and it looks like most people put them into men's, but because they're a size 7, I think I want to put them into women's. Yeah. Like these, where did they put these? So they put these into men's athletic shoes. I don't think of Converse as athletic shoes. Do you? I don't think they are. I know. Yeah, that was one of the selling points for me was these handy dandy little, shoelaces and making them look all trendy. Yeah, I know that's going to help. Yep. Yeah, it's a cool color. I mean, it was the color and the laces that actually made me buy these. So I will list these probably at like $49.99. I'm going to list them at $49.99 because look, like nobody has this color. Pretty much. I'd be the only one. So, yep. So I'll get my money back and I'll make some money. But I am bummed. I really wanted to wear them. But just remember that if you are stumped on like getting too many results and not knowing where to go, take some of those numbers out of the little tag and just go do a Google search to go find the right wording and find what they're called. I do that all the time. Well, I did that all the time. I don't sell a lot of shoes now. But I was selling predominantly shoes and clothing when I was managing the thrift store. So, yep. I was just really bummed they didn't fit. That's like my big thing. I'm really bummed they didn't fit. All right. Another thing that I picked up there. Okay, you ready for this, Yvonne? I thought of you when I bought these. Check these out. Now, doesn't look like much from the front, but look at that. Save the smileys. So I was drawn to these obviously because of the color and the print. I did not know that they were really good shoes until I did a little searching. They are Alexandra G. Alexandra G's. Let me put you back over here, Alexandra G's. And these are like new. Look at those bottoms. Those are way too cool. I can't wear heels anymore. I would be highly, highly tempted to keep those. But let's go do a quick search for Alexandra G. It might be Greco. Let's see. Or shoes. I'm going to put shoes in here. Okay, Alexandra G. Here's these aren't even as cute. Oh, is it Alejandra G? Oh, maybe I'm doing it wrong. It's Alejandra G. That's okay. Give me more results. So if I take shoes out of here, because not all sellers might have, look at that. Look at how that changed. But now I can go back into clothing and shoes. There we go. All right, so here, she makes some funky shoes, huh? Look at them. Let's go to solds. And boom. Now, I actually think I can get more. This was on auction. If you're selling shoes on auction format, you're not going to get as much as if you go fixed price, so that the person who really wants these and has money to spend on them happens to be shopping and clicks purchase. This had to rely on somebody finding them probably on the last day. In fact, I'm going to look and see. So these were listed. So they ended June 15th at 122. Let's see if it'll show us when that bid came in. June 15th at 122. She got a best offer. Didn't even sell them via. That's it. All right. Yeah. Clothing, shoes, generally not the best for auction format. You want to use, yeah, exactly. You ignore auctions, exactly. People want that now. So I'm thinking we are going to list smiley faces probably in the $100 range. Let's go back here. So we got some higher than 100. Let's see what the pre-owned are. 164, 65, 55. See, these are flats. So 65, which aren't nearly as cool as these. These, I forgot what size these were. Let's see what size you are. 36. Boy, I hate that. I got to go figure out the conversion for a size 36. So let's look at these. These are 37s. What size does it say they are? Does she even say what size they are? No, see, she didn't even tell her buyer potentially what size they are. So there's another tip. If you are listing shoes that only have a European size, make sure you go research what that size is in US size, because you are listing on the US eBay site. So I wouldn't have no clue what size I need in a European size. I would count on the seller telling me what size I needed. So I'm going to list these at about $100, and I paid 20. Paid 20. I felt they were worth the $20 for sure. Stay. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't wear heels either, but they are super fun. Super fun. Yep. Yes, I agree. I would break every bone wearing those too. That, and I wouldn't be able to walk the next day because my back would be thrown out. But yeah, so that's like when I do pick up clothing and shoes, generally it's because it's something like that. It's, it grabbed my attention. That's the thing about the boutique store. There are some really, really good offers asking to call to clarify about the item. I'm not sure what you're asking, Sonia. What about the offers asking to call to clarify about the item? Can you explain what you mean by that? 36 is a 6 in USA. Thank you for that, Liz. And sometimes you have to look up on the particular maker's site because different makers could be slightly different on those size. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you guys are talking about it over there. All right. Oh, correct. Never call a buyer. Never. You can message, but here's the thing. So if somebody's super interested, they might message you, but more likely than not, if you have listed an item that is missing information, the buyer is going to move right on by. They are not going to take the time to message you. They're just not. Okay, so you got an offer from a potential buyer asking you to send a message. If they are asking you to communicate outside of eBay, that's usually a scammer. So you need to report those to eBay. Nobody should be asking you to message outside of eBay. You use the eBay message system, and that keeps you safe. Yep, unfortunately. Yep, exactly, Quirky Girl. Do all eBay business on eBay. Yeah. And unfortunately, I'm hearing a lot of this, that there are scammers going after the new eBay sellers. So meaning if you have like less than 10 feedback, they're kind of targeting you, unfortunately. And this is something, I have a call with eBay on Thursday. And it's something that I am going to address with them. Like, what are you guys doing? There's got to be a way. They have to see the pattern. They have to see these particular IDs that are messaging maybe more than they should be. I mean, most people are not messaging more than maybe once or twice a month. Like, okay, let me just do a poll here. Okay, how often have you messaged a seller in the last month? How often have you messaged another seller about an item in the last month? I can tell you personally, 0. And yes, I've shopped a lot. I shop a lot. Yeah, so I'm just waiting to see what you guys say. And I also want to announce, I'm very proud of this accomplishment. There has been no Dr. Pepper in this house for a week now. Ta-da! I did switch over to these caffeinated sparkling waters because my goal was first to move the taste factor over and still get my caffeine fix. And now I just have to reduce the caffeine and I'm good. So yeah, I'm going to be a sparkling water girl now. Okay, now. That's just funny right there. I've been drinking Dr. Pepper for decades. I drank one the other day and it didn't even taste good. So I was very excited about that. Very excited. I feel like I've numbed down my taste buds to that cola thing. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are basically saying you do not message sellers. So my feeling is, and I'm going to approach eBay on this, they know who is messaging the sellers. They know. It's in their data. It's in their system. They've got that info. I would bet it's a lot of international subscribers to eBay as well. So, you put 2 and 2 together, they can make some limits. Yeah, McDonald's, we don't even go to McDonald's. I mean, we cheated and we went the other day because it was the only thing that was like fast and easy. That's bad. I got to stop doing that. But yeah, if nothing else, this Cousin Rona journey has definitely made health a priority and awareness. And my daughter in San Diego, she just keeps telling me, Mom, it's just keep doing little things. Just keep doing one little thing at a time, because I tend to be I have to eat the elephant in one sitting. I want to, if I'm going to be healthy, it's like all or nothing. I'm just like, this is it. And then of course that doesn't work because it's a complete lifestyle change. So, but we started cooking more meals, being more aware. I mean, I just went to the grocery store this morning and 90% of what I bought was fruits and veggies. So I felt really good about that. Yep. Now just trying to get the kids converted over too. That's a tough one. Okay. What else did I get at the boutique? I got this. Did I show you guys this already? The hand. I just love this hand. I paid $9.99 for the hand. I don't think I showed you yet. It is not marked. It reminds me of the calico pattern. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. There's a porcelain. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. 1 moment, please. Stand by. Let me pull up the calico pattern. Oh my. Hold on. I'll share my screen in just a second. I'm just trying to figure out. There's a whole bunch of, like, when I search calico, what's the name? China and dinnerware. I'm like literally coming up with like 6,000 results. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know what here. I'll share what I'm. 6,000 results. Like, so I'll just go through these little categories. Is it a Blue Ridge? No. Is it made in Japan? No. It's not Nippon. Is it Crown Staffordshire? There it is. There it is. So doesn't it? I mean, it really does look like that, doesn't it? It really, really does. Could it be? Did they make a hand Sure looks like the same pattern, doesn't it? Sure looks like the same pattern. So now that we've got that nailed down, I'm going to go. Let's see. Is there a hand? Ah. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Stand by. Where's my... I blew my screen up really big, so I got to go. Here we go. All right. I'm going to go to... Oh, 8,307. Oh, come on. You know what's really bugging me about this search result is the fact that I put in calico and eBay's giving me results that don't say calico. I want to know why that is. And I'm very glad that I will now have this little piece of video to share with eBay and go, why are you showing me things that don't say calico? I just want calico. That is so frustrating, eBay. I'm going to go into pottery and glass. I'm going to go pottery and china. Okay, still 2,700. Let's go china and dinnerware. See, they are messing with this stuff a little more than I think they should be. Look at all these different places it could be. But if I was a buyer, right now, I would be totally frustrated. I would be totally frustrated and give up. Because look, I'm looking for a hand, not hand-painted, hand. I'm looking for calico. Calico is the piece that's not showing up in any of these titles. Nothing. There's no calico. You know what? I'm going to search the other way. Oh, we removed some search results to show you the most relevant listings. Really? And they're still not the most relevant listings. Because where's calico? Okay. I'm glad we did this search because I'm definitely sharing this with eBay because this is ridiculous. And they're going to hear me say this is ridiculous. But this is ridiculous. Why, if they're trying to pull up a relevant result, am I not getting a calico hand? And if there isn't one, just tell me. I'm going to put... At least get my search results down. Look at, they're still, I want all results. Show me all results. Now I'm going to go back to highest. And we're still not getting calico. It's like they removed calico from my results. And that's fine if there are no results for calico, but they need to tell me that instead of trying to give me something that, because I'm just frustrated now and I am going to stop searching. But I am fairly confident. Let me see if I take that out. If I get back to the calico that I wanted to see. I'm fairly confident that I have a piece of this Royal Crownford. Is it Royal? It looks like there's a couple different makers. I don't know. I'm 99.9% quite sure that I have this pattern. Wouldn't you say? I know we shouldn't have to go to Google. I've told eBay this before. We should not have to go to Google to find our results. Yeah, we shouldn't. We just shouldn't. No, I'm pretty darn sure that this is the same pattern. Come on now. Look at that. That's the same pattern. So that's exciting. So I'll probably list that. Where am I? I'll probably list that in the $40 range. Yeah. Oh, what you trying to show me, Stormy? You found one? Yeah, I saw you say you found one on Google. But that's my point, is we should not have to go to Google to find stuff. Let me look real quick on Google. calico blue hand. Oh, let me share my screen. So I'm in the shopping link and nothing comes up in shopping. Let me go to images. Here's one on WorthPoint. Let's go see on WorthPoint. So this sold back in May of 2007 for $11.75. I'm going to do a new search. You can see WorthPoint's doing the same thing, which is just kind of driving me crazy. Let's go into ceramics. I've told it hand. It's not giving me the hand. And I know WorthPoint, all of these search technology things are kind of going in the same direction. And it's super frustrating because look, nothing. All right, I give up. So we found that one, but that's a 2000. You can't go take the pricing off of that. You know, you can find it. And that's the one thing about WorthPoint. I generally do not use WorthPoint for pricing, you know, unless it was more recent. Yeah, so huge. I can't copy and paste. You said huge blue. Okay, let me try that. Huge blue calico chintz porcelain hand. We'll try it. But we shouldn't have to use that many words to find something. Just shouldn't have to do it. Oh, that's the one I just pulled up. Yep, that was the same one I just pulled up. So that was the only one. Yeah, it's very frustrating. Finding that you have to go to Google to find stuff on eBay. Yeah, I know. You know, everybody asks me every quarter for the coupon for the free shipping supplies, and I have to go Google it. I can't get to it like from my Seller Hub page. Yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. But what do we do? You know, we have to go with it until they decide to fix it. But I will take this piece. I will piece out that part of the video and I will share it with my contacts at eBay because they don't seem to believe us when we tell them search isn't working. It's not working. Yeah. eBay search is frustrating. I know they just brought back the guy who originally redesigned the search algorithm several years ago, the Cassini project, and he left before the project was done. And then it was kind of in this weird limbo, and now he's back. So we'll see. That's true to a degree. Game Masters Vault. So not finding it on eBay, having to go to Google isn't a bad thing if it is a rare item. More often than not, what I find happens is I find it on Google, listed on eBay, which means if I'm searching for it on eBay and can't find it, neither can a customer. So that's the thing, is that we want to make sure it's showing up for customers. Yep. Okay. So something else I got from there was this piece. This piece had a very Picasso-esque kind of feel to it for me, you know, kind of abstract-y, and it's painted. It's I'm not trying to see if that's flashed or it's really the glass. No, I think that's really the yellow appears to be. No, it's got to be painted on there. It's interesting. It's got the remnants of a label on the bottom, and I can see it a little bit if I go this way. Mouth blown, handmade in. I can't read what it says. Handmade in Poland, Polish glass. So what I know about it is it's art glass and it was mouth blown in Poland. So let's go peek if we can find something similar. Mouth blown Poland. Whoops. Oh, it had to switch my category here. And oops, I forgot to put in vase. All right, so we've got, these are international. You can see the huge shipping on that. So here's kind of a plain one that sold. So what we can deduce from this is $18.65 plus $41 in shipping, total price of almost $60. So $20 shipping. So this one probably sold, let's see, 47. So it sold between $52 and $60 if you include the shipping. So it sold between 32. I would say it probably sold for about $32 on a best offer, plus all that shipping. So these aren't nearly as pretty as the one I got. Now, I don't know if it's LSA International because I can't read the mark. But what I could do is I could pull one of these up and look at the marks on the bottom. Thump, thump, thump. Nope, no sticker on that one. Oh, here. There's their sticker. Different, okay? So might not be the same maker. I'm going to go and see what is currently listed. Can't find anything quite like mine. Now, I fully suspect that this is a piece that I'll end up selling over on cherish.com instead of eBay. I will put it on eBay. I put everything on eBay first, and I will put a really big price on it. And oh, let's look at see if this one has a mark. Let's see. Oh, made in Poland. Don't know if that's the same label or not. I think I can probably get at least $75 over on Cherish for it, because it does, like, what it sparked in me was like kind of that Picasso kind of feel, you know, that abstract design aspect. So yeah, I'm not seeing anything quite like it. Ah, this was, oh, Jablonski. You know what? I wonder if it could be a Jablonski. Now that I see this. Now, Jablonskis are usually signed on the bottom, so that was wishful thinking for a minute. But it does kind of have the coloring. So, yep, I'll just list it high. Made in Poland, Polish glass, and go with it. How do you send a photo? So, oops, I clicked the wrong one. Scrolling too fast. So if you want help with something, the best thing you can do is go join the Niche to Profit Facebook group and post it there. Because if you were to just send me a photo, it could be days before I can get to helping you with it. So that is the best way, is go into the group. There's many, many sellers in there that can help. And if they can't, people know to tag me. And that's because I'm really bad about checking my email. I have to confess. I got a lot going on. And as you can imagine, I am getting more messages and emails and things than ever. So, but that's the best way, is just go over in the group and let's brainstorm it. And then other people get to learn too. That's what I love about the group, is it isn't just a one-on-one thing. It's like other people can learn something. We all learn from each other. I love that. Rare original vintage Poland art glass vase. So I never, ever use the word rare in a title. Here's my reasoning behind that is, number one, if it is rare, the person finding it already knows that, because you're going to have it at a rare price. So if you're going to price at a rare price, the person buying it is going to know it's rare. Does that make sense? And the other thing is, most things I see listed as rare actually aren't. So like, I would not say this is rare. Just because I can't find it doesn't make it rare. It's not going to be bought because it's rare. It's going to be bought because of its styling and how it fits into someone's home and what they're looking for, because it's not like a thousands of dollar rare piece. So that's kind of my take on why I don't use the word rare. Yep. Trinkets and treasure. Yeah. Do it through the group. Post it in the group. Niche to profit. And if one of my moderators over there wants to grab the link for the group, that would be groovy. I've actually got it in the description. It's in the description of every single one of my videos, if you want to go find it, or if one of the mods wanted to like paste it into the chat, that would be awesome. Awesome. Oh, Charlotte. Okay. She says, ignore me. I thought I found it. I was wrong. It's all good. It's all good. This is how we learn this stuff, you know? I love it. Okay. Let me put some things aside here. Okay, that's all I got from that I didn't already like talk about. So I'm going to go with a couple of things that my friend brought me that I have not researched and I don't know anything about yet. So she brought me this. And again, I'm not a book person. This is, it's, I don't even know what that says. The portrait. I'm looking at this because I don't know what that says. I think it says Diana. It's got a foreword by Nelson Mandela. It's by Rosalind Coward. Hold on. Let me figure this out. It's the first time I'm looking at it. Oh, yeah, it's Princess Diana. Okay. Now, there's a page that's like marked with a piece of paper. No, I don't know why that page is marked. So the thing about books and looking at books is you've got all the information you need. So that's pretty cool. So let's go see if it's worth anything, because that's going to be a big heavy to ship. It can go media mail, I know, but I'm not sure I trust media mail right now with everything going on with the system. Okay. I'm just saying. The portrait, and it was by, what was her name? Rosalind Coward. Okay. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Now I know I'm looking at actives, so let's go straight over to solds. Not as exciting. Okay, this is in Australia, so there's $66 of shipping. So $40 plus shipping. Okay, that one's new sealed. Mine's not new sealed. It's $20. So I'm thinking this is going to go down to the booth. It'll go down to the booth for $20, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I mean, because you can see they're selling down. Ooh, down they go. Yeah. So that's gonna be a booth book for $20. But this was a freebie. So that's like picking up a $20 bill. We'll take it. Then it's really interesting because on my last video of the preview of the estate auction, they had some Michael Goddard art. And so my friend, actually, these are really dirty. I need to clean them. Got some Michael Goddard plates. So let's see. I almost dropped that. Did you catch that? Okay, there's Santa Barbara Ceramic Design is the maker. So what we will do is Michael Goddard plate. And we'll put singular just to see. So this is a set of 2 sold for around $40, $35. This was a set. These are probably from this set. 25 for 4. Yeah, I'm thinking these are worth about $20. About $20. Michael Goddard is very popular. He's the martini and olive artist. I tell you, it's really funny how we change our feelings about a particular type of art based on meeting the artist. So Michael Goddard actually worked with the company that my ex-husband worked for, which developed slot machines for Las Vegas. And they did some, like, he'd come in and oversee like the art that was used and stuff. And wasn't the nicest of guys, and quite demanding and all of that. And it's funny because that's the second artist I've met who I used to admire their art until I learned their character. And then once I learned their character, it was like, I don't really like your art so much anymore, because now all I remember is like, you weren't a very nice guy. So yeah. Oh, you found an eBay item. I can't copy and paste. Let me see if I can type that number in. Let's see how to do that. Stand by. 2 8 6 3 2 5 7 6 6 5 9. Let me see. All right. Yeah, eBay doesn't let me search by an item number. They used to let you search by item number. That's really weird. They don't let you search by item number anymore, apparently. That kind of sucks. Yeah. Joanne, what is the price on the one that you found on eBay? I'd be curious to know. Okay, so that, and then she brought me a couple. Now, this is really funny. I'll show you the chicken first. So unfortunately, he's got some chippies on his little thing here, but he's made by CBK Limited, 1999. I'm guessing he's probably about a $12 to $15 chicken, but you never know. So we definitely want to look. So let's look for our CBK. Oh, look, comes up right there. So there we go. Oh, looks like it. No, this is different because it comes in a little pair. So he is about, there he is. Like I said, $12 to $15 little chicken. Yep, there he is. So that one's not going to break the bank there. And then, so I had a video, one of my Arizona videos. I found that piece and I was asking you guys about it, like where it feels like this is a little different because this is actually pottery, but it's got that really thick coated stuff on it. It's not like the norm. Now this one, that one was glass. This one actually is pottery. And then it's got this tag on the bottom, but this is one of those things I have no idea what to call it. And I can't make out. It's made in China. So it's the kind of item, I know it is not worth hundreds of dollars. So I'm not going to spend very much time trying to come up with the same thing on this. I will probably just look at it, go for FEMA clay. Yvonne says FEMA clay. All right, let's look. FEMA clay. Am I spelling that right? It's got to be something else close to that then. No, that's coming up something different. I know I've Femo clay. Maybe it's Femo clay. Is it Femo clay? Oh my goodness. Let's go to Solds. Femo clay. Let's put in vase. So we're getting way too many. No. All right. Is it covered with like, yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to say. It's really thick. Maybe. Come back on here. I don't know. It's not as thick as the one that was at the store, but it's pretty. But I'll probably just list it for like $20 and see what happens. All of this stuff is so dirty. Okay, just like this feels like grease. So it's a cookie jar. It is made by Creative Co-op. It's got its original $10 price tag on it, which you know is old because you can't get a cookie jar for $10 anymore. I can't. Creative Co-op is all I see. Cookie jar, treat jar. All right. I'm going to put it back over here. We know it's like it's a calico. We'll go with that. It's a calico cat. And it's like a queen. Let's go queen, calico cat, cookie jar. No results. There's your kill band. I'm going to take out the calico. Oh, that's close. I think it's probably worth about $30. What if I put king? No, it's not king. What if I put... It's wearing a crown. Yeah, not so much. But I'm guessing it's probably about a $30 cookie jar. And I think what I want you guys to know is like, I don't spend like if I can't find something really quick like that, and I know it's not worth hundreds of dollars, I'll list it like with what I see. Go with what you know. Put the best word you can. Like I'll put, well, we know calicos are female, so we know this is a girl. So it's not a king, it's a queen. It's a queen or a princess. So I'll probably put queen calico cat cookie jar robe and crown or something like that. And then like just price it and go. Yep. All right. What am I missing over here? Am I missing anything? Karen says, I bought a painting at Disney World from the artist as I love the painting and that I got to meet her while she was painting. She has patience. Her painting strokes small. Yeah. You know, and yeah, you know, on the opposite side of what I said, I have actually been at a gallery where an artist was painting and I ended up falling in love with their work because of their character and because it's hard to explain. You know, I am very in tune to what people don't say. Like I'm really, really in tune to what's the word I'm looking for? Like I feel people's energy, you know, I guess you could say like a little empathic. Is that the right word? Anyway, whatever that is. So, I just tend to pick up on that stuff. And if, granted, if it's not something like hideous, like this particular artist, their vibe. Yeah, I like that word too. This particular artist was painting in black and white and they were doing these ocean scenes with like the moon shining on the water, and it was, it was good in and of itself. But then when he was explaining to me his inspiration, and that he had sat there at that beach and he had stories to tell, and it was cool. It's just cool. All right. Oh, the last thing that she brought me. So she is really funny. She's brought me a few things from this house, and she brought me something breakable and used a pillowcase to wrap it. And I asked her, I said, was there more of these pillowcases? Is there more of those like sheets that match? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, go get them. You guys know who that is, right? That is Kilbin Cat. And this is, I don't even know what size the set is. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I'm going to have to wash these. They actually, I can tell they've been washed because they have that fabric softener smell, which I don't know about you guys. I can't with fabric softener smell. Or like, like the Downy sheets or whatever those are. I do not like it. I do not like the Downy or the Bounce or fabric softener sheet smell. Okay, I'm not finding a tag. I don't know. These aren't in the greatest condition. They are a little discolored. Yeah, I'm not finding a tag. I may have to send these home with Mom, see if she can whiten them up. But here's the signature for the Kilbin Cat. It's actually on there. See? So, well, let's even just assume they're twin. They feel bigger than a twin, but let's go look. Kilbin Cat sheets. All right. So we're in actives, and you can see new in the package. Now, this is the most popular one that I've seen out there. You find him a lot more often. And then here we go. Here's the regular kitty. Let's go over to sold because that's what really matters. And there we go. Here he is with the red cape. Here's with the red sneakers. So you do want to pick up Kilbin Cat sheet sets when you find him. I figure this is $40 to $50. That's what I told her, that this was a $40 to $50 sheet set. And now we've got all the pieces. So who knew? And even though I say, I say 40 to 50, and then we go down and you see there are sellers selling it cheaper. There's no reason to start at the cheaper price when you can see they have sold higher. So don't cheat yourself. Start off high. You can always come down. Can't go up once you've sold it too cheap. From the 70s. Yep. Oh, you have the pillowcases on your bed right now. That's cool. My mom's like, borax or Baraxa work well to whiten, as does bluing, but I have not been able to find bluing at my store. Mom, I'm going to send them home with you. Okay, just saying. They're going home with you. Okay. I'm going to show you one thing that I got at the auction that I'm just so excited that I won. Now, I've done some research. I will confess. I did some research before I bid. And here's why. When I am bidding at an auction on higher end items, man, you got to know. You got to know what this stuff is worth. Because we're talking spending $50, $60, $100. I have one piece of art that I spent $300. Well, actually, it ended up being more like $350 by the time they add the buyer premium. So you got to know what the value of that is before you start bidding. So this is one of those pieces. I knew I wanted it really, really bad. This house, if you watch that video, you will know they had a lot of really high-end ocean art, Wyland, and what's the other guy's name? Robert Lynn Nelson. And there was a couple others. But this is signed by Howard Suzuki. I believe it's Howard Suzuki, 1980. So let's see if you can see that signature there. I think that's Howard, but I know it's Suzuki. But this is it's just amazing. I still don't quite know what it's worth. I paid $50 for it. Just thinking that, number one, I'm having trouble finding it. And number two, with everything else in that house that they had spent thousands of dollars on, it's probably a pretty good piece. So let's go. Take a look. So I'm going to look at Suzuki. I'm going to say whale first just to see. I know I am going to get motorcycle stuff if I don't see 0 results. So Suzuki sculpture. Yeah, see, not finding anything. So let's go over here. So here's a Suzuki bear. So this is one of those pieces I can pretty much name my price. We will go over. I'm going to try whale first. Oops, not in ceramics. Let's try all categories. And is this a Suzuki? Howard, so 1990, but look, this sold 4 years ago. So artists go up. So it is Howard K. Suzuki. So I'm going to take that now. And I'm going to do a Google search. So it looks like he's written some books. Done some bronzes, maybe. But still, you can see even with a Google search, I'm not getting anything. So let me just put in his name. And nothing. His books come up, but no sculptures. So I can name my price. I can name my price on this. And I'm naming $300. Because if it stays here a while, I am okay with that. I'm so okay with that. The painting that I bought was by Diane, I want to say Bernson, something. Gosh, I can't remember. It's an original, and they sell in the actually, depending on the size, they sell from $600 up to like $1,200. I've seen them for. So I'm going to put mine at about $1,000. So, and hope that I can turn my $300 into $1,000. Okay. So let's talk some purses. Oh, actually, she brought me, now I think, I don't know. It's coming out a little bit. So I got this patent leather purse. This is also for my friend from that stuff. Something got set on it and made this ring. And I'm kind of hoping that works itself out. This is patent leather. And it is pretty clean on the inside. There is no name. And we want to look on the zipper and the clasps and all that is where generally you'll find a name. It just says, oh, it's like it's got the zipper name on it. So I'm probably not even going to research this. I am going to list this as a black patent leather vintage purse and start the bidding at $9.99. How do you know if it's worth more than $300? So I don't think it's worth more than $300 so much. And what I may do, and that, and you just made me think, what if it is worth more than $300? So I probably like started on an auction first at $300, because if it's worth $1,000, somebody's going to come in there and start the bidding at $300. And if I sold it for $300, I'd be perfectly happy with that. I suspect it's not worth more than $300. That's just an educated guess from dealing with a lot of art and not seeing like anything else of his going for like any crazy money. But yeah, it's just a guess. It's just knowing my margins. It's knowing that what I paid for it, I paid $50, and knowing that if I sold it for $300, I would not have regrets. And I'm okay if somebody can go make more money on it. I'm good with that too. Unless you were referring to somebody else. So you guys are having your own conversations over there. So notice all you YouTubers pass up cake plates. We stock up. They sell faster than anything we buy. Is it because you might break one if you ship? We do Poshmark and at booth. They sell fast. I do sell cake plates at my booth, but not very fast. Generally, it's got to be worth at least $50 for me to deal with a cake plate, just because of the hassle factor, because of the size, because of the shipping, because of the risk of shipping. So yeah, just be worth it. And most cake plates that I'm coming across don't have that value. They're in the like $20 to $30 value, and that's not enough for me to deal with it. So that's my reason. All right, at the auction, I bought this lot that had 5 purses. For some reason, I only brought up 4. Why did I do that? That's okay. One of them is this new with tag Vera Bradley cosmetic bag, which I'm just going to give a guess. It's probably worth between $10 and $15 on eBay. Let's see how that. Vera Bradley cosmetic bag. Let's see. I don't know what size it is. I know it's multicolor. I might. Okay, we know it's got a zip close. Let's narrow down these results a little bit. And it's quilted. So we can say quilted. All right. And where's the new used? There we go. We know it's new with tags. All right. Now we're down to 211 results. So let's just do a quick scroll because all of these come with the big bag. We know we don't have the big bag. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy with the quick scroll. It actually might be worth more than I thought. Oh, midnight with me. So I guess you got to know your pattern names on Vera's, huh? I absolutely do not know anything about Vera's. But I'm getting a little more encouraged that I could get my $20 that I like to get out of it. So I'll probably list this for, I'll probably list it for like $25. See what happens. Kind of thinking. I had no idea that the Veras were still going for this much. So yeah. What are you guys saying about it? Oh, it should tell the pattern on the tag. Bittersweet. Thank you. Wow. There we go. Oh, look, $25. See, 15. See, I'm still thinking 15 is probably more realistic. How many are available? Yeah. I could list it for $19.99 based on that. I'm going to do $19.99. That's what I'm going to do. So I should get 15 to 20, which this piece, I will tell you, pays for the entire lot of purses. And this isn't the best piece. I actually bought the lot of purses for this piece, which I thought when it was up there, I thought this was a backpack. because I'm kind of into the backpack thing now. But it's not. This is a purse. It's a nice purse. It's got, I think it's faux ostrich, but it is leather. You guys can see that. It is by, who's it by? Who's it by? I don't know. Who's it by? I knew who it was by once upon a time. Or thought I thought this one was. Oh, that's weird because I could have sworn this one had a tag that told me who done it. All right, now, come on. Anybody know? Does it look familiar? That's crazy because I could have sworn I saw a name in it. That's going to bug me now. It's going to bug me. Oh, I found a tag. Found a tag. Let's see. It says, well, it just says what it's made from. Talks about it containing it's got the California, warning thing in it. It does not, it just is made in China. Shell. Oh, it's not leather. It's PVC. It's fake leather. I don't know. I still think that's a $30 purse. What do you think? I may even sell it down at the booth since I can't quite recognize it, but Siobhan Florence. Is that what kind of purse it might be? Vegan leather? Oh, is that what it's called? Vegan leather? Ooh, let's search that. That's a great term. I like it. Vegan leather purse. I'm searching it. See what we got. I'm going to go straight over to Solds. Where are you? Let's go to Solds. Let's go to black. Let's go to, see, I don't know my purse terms at all. I'm going to go to pre-owned. Look at that. Oh, guess we do have to kind of try to figure out a name. Name sells. Interesting, though. I do like using the vegan leather term. I like that. I don't know. This is like it's got to be like a $30 or $40 purse. It's got to be. Got to be. These people did not buy crap. Like, they bought really good stuff. So I may dig a little more, and see if I can find one like it. I'm not going to do it now because it's already almost 2:30. And I still have shipping to do. But yeah, vegan leather. I love that term. Thank you for that term. Hobo bag. Okay, it's like a hobo bag. I think the key is this faux ostrich, look and the woven. I mean, it's a cool purse. I believe it doesn't. See, they were all bundled together, and I'm thinking what happened was I was seeing the tag off of a different one, thinking it was this one. Because I know the one that's missing is my Kathy Zealand. That's what's missing. So I've got 2 of these. They're by Travelon. Very clean. Don't even look like they were used. Kind of cool. Like, this has a magnet and folds down on here, and then that will zip shut. And I have 2 of these in 2 different colors. So I'm anxious to see if they're worth anything. Because like I said, I don't do purses at all. I barely carry one. All right, so Travelon can be a good name. I don't know any of this enough. I know it's pre-owned, so we'll go with that. And I know it's tan, so we'll find the tan one. Oh, look. It's a good brand. Of course it's a good brand. Like I said, these people, they just have good stuff. I may put these in a lot together and sell them both. They're like exactly the same, only one's black and one's tan. Let me go to see what black ones are going for. Yeah, because if I could get, you know, $30 out of the pair, I'd be super happy. And I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah, it's like the quilted crossbody shoulder bag, anti-theft handbag nylon. Yeah, we'll go with that. Go with that. $20. So they're like $20 each. I do know I'll like shipping them because they're nothing to ship. Yay! It's not vegan if it's not plant-based. Vinyl or PVA is plastic, not plant. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Trinket treasures. I would love to know what you are talking about. Should I do bid at $225 or buy it now? On what are we talking about? Let me go back up a little bit. A box purse. Seen one for $225. Curious where I should start. Yeah, see, those are great questions for the group because we can like really get into it and see a picture and all that stuff to give much better info. Ferragamo ostrich purse. Oh, do I think it's a Rosita Ferragamo purse? Let's go look. That would be fun, huh? Oh, and a Google search. You did a Google search. So, Ferragamo ostrich purse. Oh, those are pricey. Yeah, I don't think it's that, though. That's a price purse, but it is not real leather, but still a nice purse. Somebody will like it. I don't know. I might take it down to the booth even. I'll always take it down. I can sell stuff like this down at the booth. Usually don't get stuck on pricing, but see, okay, so here's my philosophy on getting stuck on pricing. Again, so if you have something you don't normally price, know what your margin is, know what you need to get out of it. You know, get in a ballpark with similar items and just go for it. If it is something that might sell better on auction, go auction. Just go auction. Worst case, doesn't sell on auction, and then you know, and then you can feel better about listing it at fixed price with best offer. Yep. All right, guys. Well, I think I covered everything around me. I'm trying to do more at the end of my videos with like the haul part because I get so much stuff. We'd be here all day if I showed you every single thing I bought. Oh, my big announcement. Huh. Okay. We talked last week about doing a jewelry sale, and it will be happening next Friday at 1 p.m. So next Friday, 1 p.m., it's going to be a jewelry sale, and everything is going to start. It's going to be in bid format. Everything is going to start at $1. So I just don't do costume jewelry. There's going to be there's some silver. I don't do costume jewelry. I don't have time to learn about costume jewelry. So I'm just going to sell it here to you guys. So hopefully you can make some money on it. 1 p.m. Pacific time. I'm in Las Vegas, so I'm always on the West Coast zone. So 1 Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern. 1 Pacific time, 4. I'm going to get things set up so you can set a reminder for it. And then we're going to go for it. And the proceeds are going to go to the Niche Foundation. So it's going to be a charity auction with all the proceeds going to the Niche Foundation to help get that off the ground. We're going to do it. Enough of you said, yeah, let's go for it. So we're going for it. So Friday, what's the date? I cannot believe it's September already. Hold on. Let's see. Calendar, where are you? There you go. Friday is the 4th. So Friday, September 4th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. That's it. I cannot believe it's September already, you guys. That's crazy. It was just March. This year is just going down in the history books, I guess. Yeah. 6 a.m. Australia. Woo! Goodness. Well, we'll be going for a while. It'll be going for a while. I'm also doing something else that's pretty fun this week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film. I am going to try, but I'm going to the World Market Trade Show. That is a big wholesale trade show that happens here in Vegas twice a year with all the wholesalers. And a lot of them have like the collectibles, the knickknack stuff that you see in the stores out there. And what's fun is finding out what this stuff actually costs wholesale. I've actually had accounts and purchased things and sold them because I'm not married to the it has to be old thing to sell it. I'm all about, can I make a good profit selling it, but yet staying with stuff that I have fun with, which tends to be the older vintage stuff and the collectible stuff. So, and if I can film, I am going to bring you guys that video so you can see what it looks like inside one of those trade shows. It's pretty fun. If you ever get a chance to go, it's like the World Market it's 3 huge buildings with, I want to say like 11 stories. And I mean, it's huge. And it's every single dealer there has their own space. So think like antique mall / wholesale kind of thing. Yeah, it's pretty fun. But they're very, very strict about filming. So I'll have to get permission from each wholesaler that I go to. So yeah, I got no choice but to wear the silly mask. It's forced. They won't let you in anywhere without it. Don't get me going on the mask thing. I'm not a believer in the mask. I'm not. I'm ready for us to get our lives back to normal and see people smile. Yep, we need faces. See, I mean, I can always sneak and film, but I'm not a sneaking person. I'm a rule follower. So yeah, what they did this year was normally it runs from Sunday to Thursday, and you can go anytime you want. This time you had to reserve your, I think they did it in like 2-day things. So I set up to go either Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday are my days to go. So, yep, I follow the rules. Yeah. Oh, Charlotte, I'm so sorry your mom died of this awful thing. I just don't, I believe the masks are a false sense of security. I don't believe we're stopping anything with the masks. Yeah. Social distancing? Well, yeah. I mean, okay, you guys are going to get me going on this. I have always been a kind of a germaphobe. Like, I'm OCD. I've always been very aware, like if I shake somebody's hand, that I wash my hands. I've always been that way. When the whole hand sanitizer shortage started, I had a stash because, I mean, that's always been a thing for me. I've always been very, very aware of protecting myself from getting the flu or getting a cold from somebody. So, and I really do just believe that, people who don't feel well and go out in public are the problem. And I guess that's the one thing this has done, is brought awareness. Like, if you are not feeling well, don't go out there. But I also believe, and it's been now coming out, that if you don't have symptoms of being sick, you are probably not transmitting anything to anybody. So I mean, and to me, it's like, if you're not feeling well, don't go out. But the problem is that people are being told, oh, the mask is going to keep you from giving it to anybody, so it's okay to go out. So I truly believe that's, where transmission is happening. Yeah. And you know what? We all have our own life experience and our opinions that form who we are and how we believe. And I am okay with everybody having their own belief in that. I just it's, for me personally, the masks don't make sense. And I think in the long run, we're going to see more harm than good done from the masks, because we need to see faces. We need to smile at each other again. We need to be human beings again. And we're being dehumanized with the masks. And I'm seeing it. And it's breaking my heart. It's breaking my heart. Yeah. Nope, there's no asymptomatic. They're like, the CDC's coming out with it. The WHO's come out with it, that people who are asymptomatic are not spreading this. That was thought at first. I mean, that was the reason for all the mask stuff. So, but it's been proven that is not the case. That is not the case. So it's not as bad as they want us to believe. Don't get me wrong. It's a virus. It's real. There are people who have died from it, but it's getting stretched out there. Yeah. So, you know what? I don't even know what to say to that. I'm going to put it up here. I should keep my beliefs to myself because I'm not an expert. I didn't claim to be an expert. I'm just sharing what I have learned and what I believe. And it's my channel. I have that right. Yep. We can agree to disagree. I'm okay with that. How many carts am I pushing through this? I'll need dozens. I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'm not sure. So, all right. I love you guys. You know what? I am who I am. And I will always say what I say because it's what I believe. And it's okay if you don't share the same view with me. I'm okay with that. I love you anyway. And I hope you won't hold it against me because we are all in this human race together. And we have to do what is best for our lives. And I do think of others. I'm respectful of others. But it's what I believe. It's what I believe. All right, guys. With that, go be profitable and make it fun. And we will see you Friday for another live jewelry sale. But you'll see me tomorrow on a video. So see you, everyone. Thank you.